Hello, my friend. Are you ready to have more clients? I'm your host, Debbie Shadid. I am a master at building businesses. I can help you get more clients with super simple strategies. Plus, I can help you with a mindset so you can overcome the drama and the doubt. So let's get started. Welcome to the Women's Business Success Show. I am your host, Debbie Shadid. I am really excited today to bring to you two of my favorite clients. I want to introduce you to Jo and Allison. They are business partners who have a new business that they've launched, and they are enrolling right now, Couture Fitness and Lifestyle Coaching. So you guys want to tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure. So I'm Jo, and I'm one of the founders. I became a certified life and weight loss coach last April through the Life Coach School, and I had been coaching some women on weight loss as part of getting my volunteer hours in. I take a little bit of a different approach to weight loss than the intuitive eating approach. I am an amateur bodybuilder and fitness competitor, and really take a different approach to nutrition and resistance training. And while working with clients, realized that there was a real need for women to understand and get their nutrition straight, to really focus on resistance training as their main form of exercise, as a means to invest in their metabolism. And this is my partner Allison's expertise. So I asked her in April if she wanted to join forces with me. And so we really want to help women who are in a weight loss rut and have tried everything and just can't seem to get the weight off despite trying every diet out there, working out, being disciplined, but the weight just won't budge. We think that probably means there's a problem with your metabolism, and we can help.
All right. I want to mention to you guys that Jo, Allison, and I are going to talk about their program that they're launching and their business. But I also want to be talking to you about how they built their business and about the business coaching that I do. And I think there's a real parallel to what they do in their business and to how I coach. So if you guys are listening and you're building a business, I want you to listen up about what you need to do to be really coachable and to get the same results that these guys have, because they've done really, really well. All right, Allison, talk to us about this nutrition piece.
Yes, I am actually a certified sports nutritionist, and I'm very, very passionate about both the workout and the nutrition piece. Like Jo, I would consider myself to be an amateur bodybuilder. I have also competed in several fitness competitions in the past. And the reason I actually started a small fitness and nutrition business a couple of years ago, but all I did was the fitness and nutrition piece. I felt something was completely missing. And so now partnering with Jo, I feel like we've got the full package. But for me, I started it because I encountered so many women who were working themselves to death, basically. Jo kind of touched on this, but they were eating very, very little. They would tell me how much they were eating. They were sticking to, a very strict diet. They were working out a ton, and they still felt like they had 10, 20, even 40 or 50 pounds to lose. And I would tell them over and over, you're starving yourself. You need to eat more. Your metabolism is in the toilet. And one day I think I hit the last straw. It was just one more woman, a friend of mine, who told me, well, I'm eating 1,200 calories a day, and I've been doing this for years, and I still want to lose 40 pounds. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm starting my business that I've wanted to start for years. I'm going to do it because I want to help women like you. And I've been in the same place. I spent years under eating, over exercising. And so I'm very passionate about that nutrition piece and teaching women that a lot of women anyway, need to eat more. So that's the nutrition piece.
Yeah, I love the thing that you mentioned, working themselves to death, right? That is a parallel for sure when it comes to business. You guys have people that have dieted forever and tried every single diet, maybe with some success, and then a backslide back and forth, right? And that's the same way with business. A lot of the women that I work with, they've tried all kinds of things, maybe had a little bit of success, but not any real long-term success. Tell us about your coaching program, one of you guys.
Yes, we, I think, offer the best of all worlds. If you work with us, you will get a couture or custom designed nutrition and exercise plan that is tailored to you. We take a very, very hard look at your nutrition. In our questionnaire, we have you provide some information, and from there, we design a nutrition plan that we think will first nourish your body and provide you the fuel you need to optimally live your life, but also to help you achieve your fitness and weight loss goals. You also will get a custom designed exercise plan. We tell you exactly what to do in the gym, exactly how much cardio to do, exactly how many steps to get in a given day. And that's all custom designed. And then you get a weekly check-in once a week with a coach who looks over all your data and makes adjustments as needed to help you reach your goals. And then in addition to that, we have group mindset coaching, because we know that the best design plan isn't worth anything if you don't follow it. And really, the diet industry and the weight loss industry has done a real number, not only on women's metabolism, but also on their minds. There's just so much garbage out there about what you should and shouldn't do that's ineffective. And a lot of women that come to us think that they are broken and they are lazy and they are undisciplined, and there's a lot of shame around this. And so we feel like the mindset piece is a really big piece to having success. So we do that in a group setting. We have an accountability group, a coaching call once a week. This coming quarter, we will have like an open-ended coaching call on Saturday mornings, and that you can come and get coached on anything that's coming up for you. And then we're also going to do an intensive course on how not to eat and drink your way through the holidays.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. All right. So I know from working with you guys, one thing that I was so intrigued about when I first met you was this metabolism thing that everybody says, and I am 57. So I would be in that category of thinking that there's something wrong with my metabolism. It just stopped, right? And I know from talking to you guys, that's what we hear. Allison, you want to speak on that?
Of course. Another area I'm very, very passionate about. Like Jo mentioned, a lot of the traditional diet plans or new workout plans, although they can work in the short term, if done for too long, they really have the effect of hurting your metabolism. A lot of the things that people think they need to do when they want to lose weight is cut their calories really low, maybe cut out carbs. Not true. You do not need to cut out carbs or eat super low carb, and then do a lot of cardio. And what those things do, if you do them for too long, and when I say too long, even more than, I don't know, like 3 months, your metabolism will adapt. And the reason for that is survival. Your metabolism adapts so you don't die of malnourishment. So it's actually a good thing, but in today's world, we see it as a bad thing. And so we teach women what they need to do, or what they can do to actually increase their metabolism as they get older. It is very possible. A slowing metabolism is not necessarily correlated with age. It is correlated with lifestyle choices. And so that's really what we are passionate about teaching women.
You guys, I just listened last night, by the way, to their Q&A call that they're doing as they prepare to enroll this next group. And I just want to mention that the women who have been in the first round of their coaching, which they'll tell about, have all had great success and really are loving what's going on. All right. So Jo, tell me, we're both life coaches with the Life Coach School. And so I know that you're life coach certified and you're also weight loss certified, which their method is different than your method. So can you talk a little bit for the other life coaches that are listening today about the differences in your approach compared to what they might know as weight loss?
Of course. We do not follow an intuitive eating approach, which is what is traditionally taught through the Life Coach School. And I think that there are a lot of great things about that approach to dieting. You really do learn to manage your mind and to eat with intention. It's just that, as I told one of my clients, like, I just know too much. And I know that with intuitive eating, you can just eat fewer and fewer and fewer calories as time goes by, because just like your metabolism adapts, your hunger will downgrade too. You don't, whether if you're hungry or not hungry, that doesn't mean you're not under eating. And we do have a client that I worked with her, and we followed an intuitive eating approach, and what will happen is your weight loss will just stall out. And so I just felt like I couldn't in good conscience coach that style of dieting. Like I said, I think there are some great things to learn from it in terms of mind management, but in terms of preserving your metabolism, probably not the best approach. So you do have to get very intentional about your nutrition through our program. But if you've been following an intuitive eating approach. We have several clients who were doing that, and they do great on our program. They have the discipline they need, and they just get right in there and they follow the plans that we give them and have great success. So if you are doing that and your weight loss has stalled out, there might be something going on with your metabolism.
Okay, so Allison, I want to ask you if you can share some of the results or transformations that the clients who are currently enrolled in your program have had and kind of some of their stories.
Absolutely. We have quite a variety of clients, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a bit. I would say about half of the clients who come to us are what you would probably typically think of somebody who needs a weight loss coach. So they are maybe just overeating, maybe over drinking, not really exercising much. And so those clients, if they come to us in that category, we definitely can help them get on a solid plan, a plan that's not too restrictive. Our plans allow you to build all kinds of flexibility into your diet. I personally ate 2 donuts yesterday. They fit into my plan. I had zero guilt over them. That's just an example, but we can definitely help them get a very solid and reasonable plan. And so one example, we have a client who she has been with us maybe 16 weeks and she has lost 20 pounds. And I feel like she was in that camp, and she's honestly still eating quite a bit of food. She's not working out all that much. If I had to guess, she might be doing, 4 to 5 hours a week. And she has had amazing success. Her body is still responding very, very well. So that's one example. And then this is probably what would be surprising to most people. It's not surprising to me because it's why I started the business that I did start a couple of years ago, but I would say about 50% of the women who come to us are the sort who they have been dieting on and off, or maybe continuously for months or years. And maybe a diet worked for them when they first started, but it doesn't work anymore. And they don't know why. They may be eating 1,000, 1,200 calories a day. So very, very little. They might be working out very intensely 4, 5, 6 hours a week, and the weight will not come off of them. And they start to think, 1, there might be something wrong with me, or 2, I just need to be more strict. And it makes me so sad because they're already being way too strict. And so I'll give you an example of a client who came to us. She was eating about 1,100 calories a day, so very little. And she had gotten to the point where her body she wasn't even hungry because she'd been doing this for so long. And the reason she was not hungry is because her metabolism had just gotten used to that very, very low amount of food. She was doing intense workout sessions, a combination of like lifting and high intensity cardio, probably 5 or so hours a week. And so we told her, look, we have to get your calories up or your body will continue to fight you. You will never be able to lose weight, no matter how much more strict you think you need to be. And so she's been extremely compliant. We have gotten her calories up now to around 1,800 a day. So quite a bit more. One thing she has told us is she now can enjoy a bowl of Fruit Loops every night before bed. And she said, so she's lost about 5 pounds in the process. I know that may sound crazy to you if this concept is new to you, but she has lost 5 pounds because we have finally given her body the fuel it needs. And she said her body has changed more than that 5 pounds. She said she looks better than she ever has. She has tightened up. She has lost inches. And what we will eventually do, since we're getting her to a good place metabolically first, once she's there and we feel like we've healed her metabolism, she will eventually cut her calories and she wants to lose about 10 more pounds, and the weight will come off her easier than ever before because she took those steps to invest in her metabolism. So those are just 2 examples. I feel like they're pretty representative of the types of clients that we can help. We can help people who maybe just don't know what to do. They're probably eating too much, but we can also help the non-traditional type who have probably just wrecked their metabolism.
Oh my gosh. If you're listening and you have tried all this stuff already, and I know people personally who are, they're hardly eating anything and they're exercising all the time. It's exactly what you said. They think if they just did a little bit more, they would get there. So this is really a super interesting idea, and you guys are getting results from it and you know that it works. So tell us, Jo, about how they can work with you.
So we run our programs on the quarters. That means that, October 1st, January 1st, the beginning of each quarter, we enroll new clients. And we have 12-week, 6-month, and 1-year programs. Most people sign up for 12-week programs. If you have a hunch that this is more of a long-term issue for you, we do have discounted pricing for our 6-month and 12-month programs. So you'll just go to our website, to the Work With Us page, sign up, and we'll send you a questionnaire. It has some detailed information that we need from you, and then we'll start designing your plan. We kick off our program on October 1st, and that's the week that you'll start getting check-ins from your coaches. We'll have our first coaching meetings that weekend, and we'll get going that way.
You guys, I will leave links in the show notes to couturefitnesscoaching.com, which is her website, to their freebie. Of course, you can follow them on Instagram. I'll leave all of that in the show notes. Allison, what else do you want to tell us about what you guys do that makes you so unique?
Sure. I mean, I really think it's this metabolism boosting piece. I think what Jo and I have done is, because we are in this bodybuilding world where it still is a newer concept there too. I think maybe 20 years ago, bodybuilders would have done the same thing. They would have just kept dieting harder and harder, and then eventually their body would just fight back and they would probably give up. And in the last probably like 10 to 20 years, in that world, there's been a lot of research to show that, okay, you can diet for a bodybuilding show, and then you have to get your calories back up and stop doing so much cardio. And so I think we are taking some of those newer concepts that the bodybuilding world knows already and bringing them to the mainstream. I don't think, I mean, just from personal experience, most people who are not in the bodybuilding or the competition world have never heard of these topics. They automatically assume, I want to get in better shape, I want to lose weight, I have to eat low carb or do intermittent fasting or do keto or be really, really strict. And I think we are different in that we show you that we give you the knowledge, one thing to teach you why our method works, but we show you how to incorporate that into your lifestyle. I mean, our clients, I would say almost all of our clients that we had in our July 12-week session, probably almost all of them went on at least a 1-week, some 2-week vacations, and they all continued to progress. They were able to just live their lives and go on vacation and have a glass of wine here and there and still progress. So I think that's how we're different. We are all about just living your best life while also achieving your physique goals.
All right. So I want to recap this just to see if I'm getting this right. And I want you guys to jump in and tell me what else. But what I hear and what I know about what you guys is, this is simple. This is, you guys are going to make the plan. They don't have to have any drama over what we're going to do. You guys are going to make the plan that works best for them. You guys are offering group mindset work so that when, I like to call it, the bratty brain gets in the way and tells them to either do something that they shouldn't do, or when they do and life happens, you guys can coach them through that piece mindset wise. I also hear that in some cases, women get to eat more and exercise less, which blows my mind, which is so much fun, that carbs are okay, that a glass of wine is okay, that they don't have to run their butt off every single solitary day at the gym, that these are just a few of the things that make you guys really different. And I want to add to that you guys are really involved in what's going on. This isn't for those of you who have bought some programs where you log in and you watch the videos and all that. These guys are coaching you and teaching you and supporting you along the way. And as you might have heard them mention, you have a coach that's actually your personal coach. Jo, what else do you want to add to that?
I think you summed it up. Carbs are not evil.
Yeah, that's the best news, right?
Yeah. And I will say most of our clients actually, are coming to us and saying, like, how come I'm not hungry? They're very shocked about that, and that it's actually hard for them to eat as much food as we're giving them. And so I think that's very shocking to most people, and they're still getting results. So I love that. I mean, both Allison and I are working moms. I'm up from sunup to sundown, and I just got to a point where I couldn't run on fumes anymore. And I don't think other women should.
Okay. So you mentioned you're a mom, and I know that both you guys have kids and you're both professional women. So who is this program for? like age, demographic? Tell me about that.
I think it could be for honestly almost anyone. Me personally, I did a number on my metabolism in my 20s. My metabolism was so much worse in my 20s than it is now, and I will be 40 next year. So I think, I mean, you could benefit from this program if you are in your 20s, certainly in your 30s. That's when a lot of women start saying, oh, my metabolism slowed down after I turned 30 or 35 or 40. We've got clients in their 40s, 50s. If you are 60 and you think, it's too late. I'm 60 now. I'm just going to give up. That is not true. There is a lot you can do for your metabolism in your 60s. Just to add to our who this program can be for, don't think just because you are busy or you are a mom or you have a full-time job or you don't belong to a gym, don't think that you can't do this. I don't belong to a gym. I work out in my basement. I have a full-time job at a desk, and I managed to fit my workouts in. Jo, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think this program is really helpful for professional women. A lot of things that women have told me is, and this is my experience having when I've had competition coaches is I know what I need to do. And if I do it, like the worry about, am I taking care of myself? Am I doing it right? Am I doing enough? That all goes away. And all I have to do is do it and get on with my life. And it's a lot less than a lot of women are doing to start with. And so I think that it's really nice for professional women who are working, who can't, get by on doing keto because they need carbs for their brain to work, can't fast because they have to go do a job and think. So I really like it for professional women.
Okay. And you guys, I also know that the food is simple. So I know it's not anything that's complicated. There's no meal kits. It's food that you can get at the regular grocery store and out of your refrigerator and prepare in a quick amount of time.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really up to you what you want to eat. I personally don't cook anything. I like to buy things like Costco rotisserie chickens and noodles and just very, very simple things. We can't do it all. And one thing I've decided to give up is cooking fancy recipes. So yeah, it can be very, very simple, but you can make those fancy recipes too. That's the beauty of it. Jo makes some amazing and delicious recipes. I don't right now in my life, but maybe someday I will again. But yeah, it is definitely no gimmicky. We are very much all about keeping it simple and no gimmicks, no supplements you have to take, no specific meals you have to buy.
At the end, you guys, in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to have them share how you can work with them and the details of the program. But before we do that, I want to talk about these guys as business clients of mine. I had the privilege of having a little coffee chat with Jo, and we talked about her life and what she had going on, and she shared with me about this business that she was building. And Jo did not have a lot of time to build her business. In fact, when we met, she had 4 hours a week to build her business, and she only had one-to-one clients, and she had four one-to-one clients. Jo said, I just need a simple way for Allison and I to get this business built. What I do with clients is I really give them step by step, just like the dieting industry. Business has so many options. There's so many ways that you could build a business. There's so much information that it's honestly confusing. And many of the coaches that I work with have tried something with the idea of like, oh, if I just post on social media, I should get a client. And it just doesn't work out that way. The same way as all the other diets just don't work out that way. So Jo and Allison both have been super coachable. I think it was on our first meeting that we met. We talked about you moving from private coaching to a group coaching program. We figured out what that would be. We figured out that you could get some email addresses to email to. You wrote a couple emails and you sold out your first program in less than 30 days. Is that right?
I think in a week.
In a week. Yeah. You guys see, the thing is that when you know what to do, just like Jo and Allison are talking about, when they provide you with the missing pieces that you need, and I provide you with the missing pieces that you need specifically for your business, and you follow my formula and you follow theirs, it works. So I want to encourage you to follow up with Jo and Allison. I want to encourage you to go to their website, to look and see what they have to offer and to make sure that you get in this class that starts October 1st, because the next start date is January 1st. So you could really be, getting everything under control before you enter into the holidays, which is, I love the fact that you guys are going to do some coaching about how to make it through the holidays too and still enjoy yourself. Is there anything you want to add about the business growth that you've experienced, about the work we've had together that might be helpful for someone?
I mean, I could go on and on and on about this, but I would say if Jo and I, when we started this business, I think we were just planning to go it alone and fumble our way through and try to figure things out. And then, Jo was introduced to you and came to me and said, "Hey, I think I have a business coach for us." And I was like, "Okay, let's go for it." After I met you, I liked you. And I said, "Okay, let's go for it." And now looking back, maybe Jo and I could have figured out all of this on our own, but we would have spent, the hours we would have spent trying to figure this out and going in directions that were not productive. It would have been so many wasted hours and probably wasted years. Like, I think it would have taken us a year or 2 years to get where we are now, to get where we've gotten in 2 months, because of just you guiding us and telling us, like, okay, here's what you need to focus on first. Let's do this. Never would we be where we are at now had we not started working with you. Absolutely not. So sure, maybe we could have figured it out. Mm-hmm. We would have spun our wheels for a very long time.
Yeah. Again, I think that's the same parallel between this weight loss thing and business growth, right? Everybody's tried all the things and you go like a little bit ahead, a little bit back, a little bit ahead. Jo, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I do. So, I've always described you as, I will be honest, that morning that we talked on, I came home from the gym and was like, let's just not do this. Like, this is too hard. We should just, abandon ship. I don't even know why. I just was particularly demoralized that morning. It just seemed, I was so overwhelmed. It was like, we have a gigantic to-do list and where do you even start? And I wasn't even sure that the to-do list was anything that was going to create anything. So you breathe life into our little baby business dream. That's what I always say about you. But something else that now that, you helped us like put all the building blocks together. So like literally our business like came to life before our very eyes. And now it's kind of this separate being. But I remember when I was interviewing right out of law school, I'm a judge that I interviewed actually, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, but he said to me, and I've always remembered it, that you always have to put yourself in a place to allow serendipity to occur. And I feel like that has been our experience. Like, we've done what you told us to do, and then like the kind of, people come out of the woodwork to help us or to be our clients. And we really are in a place where serendipity can occur, and who knows what will happen next.
Well, I know what's going to happen next. I want you guys to put these guys on your radar. If you're not going to be working with them come October 1st, first of all, you're crazy, or January 1st. But I'm telling you guys, whatever coaches are on here listening, you just watch what's going to happen to these guys. They are going to have a very, very, very big successful business just in the next, really, next year, first of next year, you watch and see what happens, because they have all the pieces in place. And it doesn't just happen. You put all the pieces in place and then it's the compound effect. And then before you know it, it's like, wow, it did just happen. But it's because they took all these steps. Thank you guys for being such an amazing people to work with, for just going out and taking the action. That's another piece. If you are a coach that's getting coaching from somebody, you got to take the action to get this stuff done. All right. So tell these guys one last time how they can work with you and how they can get started next week with you.
Yeah, just go to our website, www.couturefitnesscoaching.com. Go to the Work With Us page, reserve your spot, and then you'll be with us, and we'll send you a questionnaire, and then we'll start designing your plan.
All right. That sounds amazing. Great. You guys, thank you so much for everything. I look forward to, just helping you continue this journey. And for you guys who are ready to get in the best shape of your life, get with Jo and Allison and get it taken care of. All right, you guys, until next time, bye-bye. All right, my friends, are you ready to get more clients? Let's go do it. Have an amazing week. And if you guys want that business assessment, I want to help you with your business. DebbieShadid.com/let's chat, LETSCHAT for a free business assessment. Until next time, bye-bye.